White guilt.
Let's talk about it. Okay, so the first thing, and we can use this or not, but so the first thing I do want to ask you is, like, I'm looking around at our crew and we are all white women.
Yes.
You are the only black person in the room. So is that going to hinder you? Like, do you feel self-conscious talking about this because you might hurt our feelings or whatever? Like, can you be completely honest talking about stuff when there's only white people in the room?
Yeah, that's just life a lot of the time. So, yeah, actually, I'm totally fine with that.
Okay, great.
I will speak for all of the black people in America.
Okay. I know, that's the funny thing, too, is, like, I feel like we have conversations or one black person will say something and then we're like, that's how all black people feel.
Right.
Right? And white people, like, there's a lot of different kinds of white people, and I'm sure there's a lot of different kind of...
At least two.
Yeah.
At least.
Right.
Yes. I am not talking for all black people. In fact, what would be good is to hear the opposite points of view in wherever these are. Comments, write your congressman. I don't know what people are going to do. Send us a thing. Like,
right.
I do want to hear what those different points of view are.
Yeah.
You'll get mine.
Okay. Great. And yeah, like, obviously I don't speak for any white people other than myself, but
at least all the people in the room.
That's
I think
right.
we can all agree
That's right.
that they will agree with what you say.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so let's just talk about, like, what is white guilt? I mean, this term is, like, thrown around and I hear it a lot in the liberal circles or whatever, but, like, when you hear white guilt, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's a great question because I feel that there are a couple of things. I think white guilt is a true sense of guilt for some people. Mm-hmm. So I work in the nonprofit world. There are a lot of people out there who are dealing with, all the things we've got, right? Redlining, things from the past, racism that's active. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of white people who are trying to do something about that. Some for justice, some just literally, oh God, the things that we did, we really got to do something about that. Like real white guilt. There is some white guilt that is just like, ooh, I gotta tiptoe around constantly and make sure that I don't do anything, but also sheriff everyone else to make sure they don't do anything that's offensive. Mm-hmm. That form of white guilt I'm not really a big fan of. Like, if you're, like, I recognize that you weren't a part of the slavery system.
Right.
You don't have to feel guilty about that. But also, the world is shitty to black people sometimes. So I think that's one of the things that maybe the guilt doesn't have to be yours, but there can be sort of a guilt by association, a recognition that things aren't as great as they could be, and wanting to do something about that.
But how, like, if someone's like, I would like to be anti-racist, but, like, what do I do?